Hello again, everyone. We are dealing with the last section of chapter 3. This is 3.9. It talks about the fraction, the decimal, and the percent connection. These are the steps to convert back and forth. It's going to be important to know how to convert from one to the other. So I'm taking a few minutes of your time to let you know that to find a fraction into a decimal, you are going to divide 4 into 3. If you do that, as you could see here, you're going to get 7, that's 28, and 5. So we get 0.75. Now, to make the decimal into a percent, we only slide the decimal point twice, 2 times, just like these two circles, and we get 75%. All right. Now, here we're talking about making this decimal into a fraction and into a percent. The percent is easy. Sliding over twice, you're going to get 45%. But we know that percent means over 100. So the fraction is going to be 45 over 100. If we reduce this by 5s, you're going to get 9 over 20. And so you begin to see the connection between all of these particular parts. If you have a percent, to make it into a decimal, just go back 2 places and you get 0.18. To get it into a fraction, you are going to write 18 over 100. Now I'll do the reduction over here. I can only do it by 2s, as you could see there, and the 2's drop out and I get 9 over 50. Oh, right here, sorry. I jumped the gun here. Take this out. Now, 3.03 is just 3%, because sliding over twice is 3. The fraction would be 3 over 100. And that's all I can do with that. I have to leave it alone. Another part that's very important for future percent problems is the word of, which means to multiply. The word what, or how much, means a variable, an unknown. The word is means equals. If we know those 3 or 4 phrases and words, our job with percents is going to be very, very easy. Here's an example. How much, unknown, is equals 30%. I made into a decimal. Of means to multiply, and I just multiply these 2 numbers and I get 36. Now here is another example. What is unknown? I'll use the letter N. Percent means to divide by 100. I'm going to write it here. Percent divide by 100. Means to multiply. 60 or 60 over 1. The word is equals, and 12 over 1. I put the ones under there as placeholders so that I can see the numerators and denominators. Across this one is 60n on the top. Across is 100 on the bottom. 12 over 1. All I do is cross multiply, and I'm going to get 60n, and then equals to 12 times 100. And if you divide by 60, like so, I can do some arithmetic here. I can do 6 times 2 here, and I can do 10 times 10 here. I can cross out the 60 with the 6 and the 10, and I'm going to get 20. And that's all you have to do. 20%. Here's another example. 36 is 40%. I can make this into a decimal. Of means to multiply. What number is the letter N? As you could see, I have an equation now, and all I have to do is divide and divide, and I'm going to get 0.4 into 36. Move it over 1 over 1. I'm going to get 90. And you're done. All right, if we move over to the next one here, we are going to do 30 is what percent? That's going to be an n over 100. Remember, percent meant to divide by 100. Means to multiply 90. 30 equals 90n over 100. I can just cross multiply, and I'm going to get 30 times 100 equals 90n. And I get 3,000 equals to 90. Cross out a 0, and all I have to do now is 300 divided by 9, like that. And if I do the calculation 300 divided by 9, I'm going to get a decimal. 33.3333333, and so this is as far as you need to go. Next thing, we're going to use this, and we're going to be talking about investment. It says, Tony invests $500 in a savings account that earns 2.5% simple annual interest. That's I equals PRT. You'll learn more about that as we move into more of the algebra. How much will the investment be worth in 12 years? Well, first, I have to figure out how much interest was earned. That's what I stands for. 500. The interest rate R is 2.5%. I have to put that in a decimal, 0.025, and then for 12 years. Now, to make a long story short, 500 times 0.025 times 12 is going to be a total of 150. So what is this investment worth? It's going to be worth what I started with, $500 plus $150 in interest. It's going to be worth $650 in 12 years. We have the same situation here. We have I equals PRT. A $1,200 investment was worth $1,416 at the end of 12 years. So let's see what we have here. We know that 1,416 minus 1,200 is $216. That's how much interest was earned. So I'm going to write I equals PRT. Interest earned was 216. We know that the initial investment was 1,200. The R we don't know, but the T we know is 12. All right, so we put all these numbers together. I can multiply 12 times 200, 1,200 times that, and that's going to be 1,440, and then 0, 0, R, and then all I got to do is divide these two numbers like that, and that will give me R. And so all I do now is get a calculator, if you like, because the numbers are going to get very messy. And I want to get this number, and it's going to be 0.015. And remember how we make a decimal into a percent. We slide two places, always two places, and you get 1.5%. All right, once again, I equals PRT is important The is, the of, the what, the percent are also important. And then we also did the fraction, decimal, percent connection on those exercises.